If you ever hear hold my beer, watch this.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Adventures of Papa Tweety's Garage, and once again we're here at Barge Family Garage because I ain't got a garage yet. So today's going to be a little different. We are going to be making a trip to a buddy's place to give him a hand on his 76 Chevy short box four-wheel drive pickup. So we're going to take you along on that and see what all we get done on that. We got to help him fit some panels and everything. So that's where we are today. I'm going to take a little break on the Nova stuff again. See how much Nova stuff we get done today, if any. So with that, we'll see you when we get to our buddy's place. On to the next.
Here, I'll show you. See if I can play one of these short videos that you're proud of our master skills. I had to shoot. So we got this whole car in primer, first round, all together, except the hood because we don't know what we're going to do. And the trunk, the tail light panel, and the cowl panel. The sides, the roof, the firewall, all that stuff's bodywork, mudwork, in primer. I had to cut out the tail light pockets and make them from scratch. They're bolted in. I just said screw it. So I cut them out, then I built a jig, formed the shit into it because it's a recess on three sides. So I had to build that recess and then cut it all out and do all that. So we had to shoot a little epoxy again because that was all bare metal. We'll see if it'll play. This is, and I'm working on the trunk. This was 2 weeks ago? Yeah. This cowl panel looked the same last week. But I have this tail panel masked for primer.
You gotta use what you got.
Yeah. You want to know the funny part? I paid zero attention to how the writing was on the boxes when I showed you in there. They just happened to be the right place. Dad was talking to me, I just shoved them in and blah, 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 I didn't give a shit about nothing. And the boxes would go there, right? Fucking
Couldn't have planned that any better.
I shoved them in there, put 2x4 behind it, and spritzed the little primer. Who gives a shit? And then I watched his video, and I'm like, holy shit, the writing was right. Not real high class, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, you gotta use what you got.
Yep. Right? I am going to work on showing you hopefully the proper way to spoon a fender.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about when I say spoon a fender?
Well, kind of, but.
Okay. So I think you always should own two of these.
Two of them. Okay.
Here's why. Sometimes to twist a panel, sometimes you're prying with one hand and then pry the other. Sometimes you gotta pry opposite directions to achieve what you want to achieve, okay? This one's the newer one. You can tell this one's the newer one because the handle of it is beat to shit. That wedge it in there and beat on it. Like where your door's bent there, you can come in with this behind it and tap that to roll it from the back side. Just a little bit, because we might tweak that just a little. We might have to do that. But the idea is you put this in the seam and you bend the panels until they fit. That's the idea behind these. They make longer ones that are actually called slapping spoons. So if you have like a crown or something you're trying to knock down, you actually use the spoon and hit it instead of a hammer, because it spreads it out in a larger area. You don't get a bunch of dimples and weird shit. I don't have one of them. This stuff has always worked for me. I should probably try to become a little bit better metalhead than I am, but body fine. So these I think are priceless. This is fully designed to not do too much damage to the panel you're trying to bend. But a lot of people will come in and they'll have a fender or something like that. I put tape on these sometimes, or tape on the panel. They'll have a door that's just barely rubbing because they hit a snowbank or whatever. You can tweak it just a little bit and make it better with this. This is what we're going to use to make them flush up as good as possible. But these come in really handy. These are like the refined version of the 2x4, right? So like 2x4 bends this, these bend the other part. Otherwise you can't get in there, you don't want to get in there with a screwdriver, you're going to bend the other panel.
Yeah.
This works better. It's the same concept, but with something designed for them. Now they used to make them thinner, and I haven't been able to find anybody that actually sells the thinner version. I think the reason why is the thinner ones will bend, but they're nice if you got a tight gap you can get into. Sometimes these are a little thick to get into.
What is the standard gap?
You shoot for 3/16. The ideal gap on a car is 3/16. By the time you're done body working and priming and blocking and painting, then you wind up with roughly what would be an 1/8 gap. Because you'll suck up that 16 paint. Yep. That way you got a nice 1/8 gap. I got all his stuff and my stuff set at 3/16. We still have one door on his car that comes real close to touching the fender. Like, it hasn't chipped when we do it, but I really can't see daylight between it. And that's only on full open. But that's on the side that the fender was caved in on, so I think the fender itself, we probably needed a different fender. Try to find one, they don't make them. And as you see, aftermarket ones are junk. So most of them that you find are rotted out, I've already fixed the rust in it. So I'm not 100% happy with that yet, but I kind of go through it, and then when we block it, then I'll refine some stuff. So I might have to revisit that part of that door just a little. There's a spot on the driver's door I got to revisit, but you get, as you know, you've done enough of these, you get kind of blind to how much filler and body work I've done. I got the primer on to see where I'm at. And we got to go in and fix a couple things with the wrong blocker primer. So that's where his whole car is at. But we did a lot of filler. I'm tired of sanding filler in the last several months. And I got to do filler work in the tailpipe and the trunk, and I don't want to. Because, well, here, Tim's picture of it shows. It'll bring it up. Your profile picture or whatever on your TikTok. Yeah. That's all the yellow is filler. So we skim coated all the panels. Like I did my Camaro, right? Now, do most people need to go that far? No. I'm just kind of anal when it comes to that kind of stuff. Tim does so good, and I have a problem with that too, is I record a lot of stuff and don't take pictures. Yeah, I know. So like, all his quarters, you know, had that seam. So this is all the green filler that I smeared on that. So we coated all of that with green. And then I did the door. And then I did the fender. And then we came back after it was sanded and did your regular filler over the top of that.
That's the difference between the green and the yellow.
This is a fiberglass filler, so it's stronger. It's for your spots that are going to be deep. It's like your metal to metal kind of or whatever. I don't remember which one I actually had you using originally, but if you got to fill a deeper spot, that's tougher
Then just regular.
than just regular filler. Yep. And that, I put that over all my welds because a weld will have a pinhole or something in it. That stuff's waterproof.
See, that's why I use that metal to metal.
Yep.
wherever I
Same
weld.
thing.
I use metal to metal first.
And I think when I was teaching it, that was my favorite. And then as I started to do the filler work on my Camaro, I switched. I used to use this fiberglass filler a long time ago. Then I switched to metal. Now I switched back to this. I don't think it really matters. They're both the same product. The metal to metal, though, you're putting drops of hardener in, you know. This uses a cream hardener like your regular filler. I think the metal to metal is probably a little bit stronger, but I had to do such a big area. That stuff's so hard to spread that I went to this.
Yeah. I don't know if that metal to metal is a big area if you ever get it.
No, that's why
Smeared on smooth, on sand it's big.
Yeah, so that's why I switched to this. And then this, the trick to it that you're not technically supposed to do is you mix fiberglass resin in it, and it makes it creamier and spreads easier. So I found some tricks to this filler, but that's all in. As you do it, you find stuff that works a little better.
Yeah.
This was the driver's side of his car. So then I had gone through and welded and ground all the gaps to 3/16. It come out pretty nice.
Yeah.
But that was a lot of work to do.
And
Bolt and painted parts on them, so just if you're careful.
yeah.
I mean, when it comes to that, if you need an extra set of hands too, we could always run over and
Well, I
bolt
probably
shit on, you know.
have to get you involved in
Yep. That's what friends do.
but that was kind of my goal.
So then you can paint your firewall and everything.
Yeah,
What color are you gonna go? You gonna go body color on the firewall or not?
yeah,
Right?
I think so.
It's pretty funny how the factory really didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
They shot a little bit of paint and then they put a bunch of goobered up crap all over it.
But the inner fenders and this is all gonna be black.
Yep.
Yeah.
Will you paint the clear black?
Yes. To here,
Okay.
this is gonna be colored, but underneath is gonna be this along.
I like the inner fenders black. I normally paint this body color and then go black here and here. That's just my preference.
I could do that. I mean, it's just as easy once I get them.
But if you do black here, then if you gotta move something or touch something up, it's easier.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see.
So you got the old hinges on there, huh?
Well,
Or were they on it?
no, I just put them on.
Ain't sure you like the.
Well, the new one, I didn't know how to get that spring on there.
I haven't done it in a while, but I have done it.
Well,
It's sketchy at best.
it's gonna be in a pissed off position to get it hooked over here.
Yes.
It's about that far from making it. And I thought, I'm not gonna mess with them hinges
It's a
later.
good way to lose a tooth or something.
Well, I decided I was gonna talk to somebody that's smarter than I am about putting them on before I attempt it. So I, just in case we wanna put the hood on today, we
Yep.
just put the,
Yep. Well, we'll see how far we get, right?
yeah. But I do have the new,
Yeah, you showed me the new hinges.
yeah.
Are these? How did that?
I had the hood on a couple times.
I know there's a way of you come in with. I can't remember if it was a rope or a cable. You come in and you pull. Had it bolted to the fender, then pull it to get them on.
Well, that was my first thought, was to bolt them on
Yes.
and then try and get the spring to snap over that.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you're going to need more than one set of hands to try to pull that off. Because you need somebody back here kind of guiding you while somebody's pulling it. I think I've done it before where I've come in with a pry bar, but that gets really sketchy. They didn't make it to where you can do it very easy. Like you're not supposed to touch it.
Well, I thought I'd talk to Lyle, because Lyle's got every tool man's made. He's probably got a spring tool.
Probably.
That is on there.
He might.
I thought to ask him.
You might.
So I thought for today we'd use the old ones, because they gotta be fairly close.
Yep. We're far from done over here, but I spooned it a little already. It's a lot closer here.
Yeah.
So it's literally, so like this one's sticking out, right? Oh, it's got that flange. So they don't work as well with that flange. Alright, so we'll come back up here. So you can come in. Do it, and it gets it pretty close.
Yeah.
You know, so that's what we're going to do here is
So how does it stay there that way?
you're bending the panel.
Okay.
And you won't be perfect. Like this is out a little, but now this is pretty much flush. Right?
Yeah.
You find your happy medium.
Well,
Because once you get to this point, your only other option is you start cutting them off and stuff. Well, you're not going to try to do that.
no.
But we are going to bring this down just a little.
Okay.
It's not super far off, but I think we can get that closer to pulling one shim. Because I got shims under there.
Okay.
So we'll pull one shim and drop it.
Drop it down.
And that's what I'll revisit on that one is if the whole door should come up, or it looks to me like it needs to roll, not the whole door, it just needs to roll.
Okay.
But see, when you got that 90-degree flange, normally you would come in here and bend, but you can't because you'll bend that flange. But I can't remember.
I think I can come clear down to the bottom. Hold that door, Tim.
Just that little bit makes a
Yeah.
difference, right?
Yeah.
And it actually widens the gap just a little.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, it's far from perfect,
But it's close enough.
but man, that's pretty close,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
In the very little effort.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to do drastic cutting
No.
and welding, and
No.
if I can get them to fit,
Yeah, if we can get this one to come down a little bit, I don't know how much more you really want to do to this one. You'd have to tell me, but I think it's
I
pretty
don't.
goddamn close.
I just like it, so they don't, so it doesn't hit and chip the paint when they open it.
And then I did bring this up just a little bit more.
Yep, that's
So.
all. Because I'll still fill the doors and everything a little bit.
But I mean, that's in a matter of basically no time.
Yeah,
It made a huge difference just using those.
yep.
But how else would you do that without bending the piss out of this? You can't.
Well, my first thought was to take the vice grips with the wide deal, but you gotta take the fender off and then
And then put it back on.
put it back on, take it back off.
So that whole idea is just,
But where it's curved, you can't use it. So,
but that's where we could tweak. Sometimes you gotta be careful because sometimes it will roll the edge instead of bending the panel. So you have to watch it a little bit. But like if we put the jack back under this side, loosen the 3 bolts, pull one shim, and drop this one down just a little bit.
okay,
Because we might as well try to get it just a little bit closer. Because the end of this body light kind of rolls in when you're going to want to do a little bit filler there.
right.
But I mean, if we drop it 1/16 of an inch or an eighth, it'll be almost perfect. Now what we gotta watch is, as we come down, we want to make sure it don't make this gap tighter,
Okay.
but it'll open this up a little bit, which is what you want.
Yeah, because that rubs pretty hard.
Yeah.
I don't know how much it's gonna move.
Yep.
I didn't know if it would chip the paint off eventually.
It's pretty tight. It's got a lot of shape there. So hopefully if we drop it down, it'll help it just a little.
Okay.
The concern with dropping it down is it changes all your contour. So we're gonna split the happy medium. If we like how, and I can split it a little more. So hopefully when we come down, it just makes everything a little happier. Sometimes it makes it worse.
You know, pulling the bolts out.
Yeah. Because we'll just loosen them, they don't have to come all the way out. That's pretty good on that one. Oh, I tell you, I talked to Bill the other day.
Oh, is that right?
I sent him a message just asking how they're doing. He asked me if I had time for a quick call. I said, absolutely. So just loosen that a little, and we'll probably have to get that jack back up over here. But
Right, back up.
yep. That's probably good, as long as it's loose to where you think it'll move. Okay, and then I'll have to loosen the one over the amp. That's where everything moves and we lose everything. Oops, stop. It started to fly. Hold that door shut, Tim.
Now we got a bigger gap.
Yep.
But does it need to
Close.
Does it need to come forward a little bit?
As you come forward, you're going to open this.
Okay.
So would you rather have it? Here's where your clearance needs to be when your door opens.
Right. No, this is fine.
I can try. We can
No.
try.
I'd rather have too much and too little.
Loosen that just a little bit. We'll try to give it just a little gap. A little more. Yeah, it's a little bit more.
Yep.
And I don't know, you probably won't get it a whole lot closer than that. Like it's just a little bit, but it's not, like you could correct that with just a little bit.
I was gonna say when I mud, I can do tape it and do one half and the
Yep.
other half.
Yep, yep. So I think we can tighten, let's tighten the top one here, and then we'll get the jack across on that bottom one. And I think this side's probably where it needs to be now. Don't you?
I like that one better.
We're under that. Go up. Okay, hang on, let me go up. A little more. This one. Oh, is that all that? Yep. So we are, because we got everything else tight, it's probably not 100%. Go up a little bit more, see if you can help it. Yeah, there we are. No more. No more. All right, right there. Let's try.
And then if we pin the hinges, everything will stay.
What's that?
If we pin the hinges now,
Everything will be really close.
really close.
I see part of our problem. We're gonna have to ream this hole. Because to get the bolt to line up straight, it pushes the fender back too far. So you need to lay under here and where that bolt goes through, ream that hole. Forward a little bit. Because I can't get the bolt to line up where I got the fender right now. You just got to ream it 1/8 of an inch or so. So you might want a flashlight or something. But ream that hole in that rocker forward a little bit. You can kind of see under there where the threaded part of it is and where it needs to go. So your threads are. Yeah, you need to ream it this way.
Okay.
Just 1/8 of an inch or so, and we can hold the fender out just. Oh, shit off this, you don't get. That's the worst part of it. You gotta lay under there and put yourself in a position that it's not good. Still too tight, ain't it? How is it?
Yeah, it's not too bad. We might have the jack up.
Well, the bolt's pushing it back.
Oh,
That hole is still pushing it back a little.
I should have went that way.
Front of the hole.
Front. So I got one more.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, because with no bolt, our gap's good.
Okay.
As I try to straighten that bolt so that it'll thread right, it shoves it back.
Shove it forward. It shoves it back.
Yep. It's like 200% better than when I got here a half an hour ago.
Yes. It'll be perfect before long.
Right? I don't know why it couldn't be. You got your safety glasses?
No, yeah, there.
Where they at?
On the,
You gotta be careful what fucking shit'll get in your eye. Have you had metal taken out of your eye?
oh yeah.
Okay. Because it sucks. I'm the one with safety glasses and still squinting. Should be good. Allegedly. Blow that shit off again, right? The tighter loose, like it looks pretty good. Like right there.
That bottle line is almost perfect.
Pretty close. Nope. But it's in. Because as you bottom bolt up, it sucks the panel. Careful.
Does the guy need to put a shim behind that one?
No, because you don't really want this out further.
Okay.
And sometimes this don't get the job done. Sometimes you gotta slide. Sometimes you gotta use more than one of these to spread the load. You could maybe use the shim behind that bolt. It's pretty flush.
Shim that out.
Yeah.
So that bends the brace.
It bends the door, or the fender itself, and the door a little.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can see. Yeah, I'm tempted to put a little shim. Tell me what this does as I loosen it a little.
Okay.
See what I'm saying? And I know you got thinner ones too.
I just think.
Tell me if that fender comes out up here.
Okay. We're gonna put the jack back under there.
Oh, we might. Probably
Yeah, it went
Yeah.
to the front.
My concern is this bolt may not be long enough to run this shim.
I have all the bolts up here.
Alright, now let's put the jack back in.
Okay.
Slow movements, Tim. Jerel, kind of watch it. Go up. Keep going. Should start moving now.
It's moving.
Where do you want it?
I'd say right in there.
Did it pull it out at the top where we were fighting it?
It's really, really. The door is out just a little bit here, but this is really good.
Pretty close.
It's a lot better up here.
Oh yeah, it is. I like that.
Yeah.
Maybe just a little, but
That's out just a touch, but I mean not.
let the jack down, Tim.
But that's really good.
Yep.
There. perfect. Yeah.
That's pretty good guess.
I like it. I like it. I like it a lot.
Everything's got nice clearance there. This is just a little snug, but that's the way to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
Go!
I think it's a winner.
One side down.
There you go. If you know what you're doing, you'll take long.
Sometimes. See, but now you know.
Yeah,
You've been taught.
really.
The problem is
Remember
knowledge is one of those things where now you know just enough to really screw something up.
to get in trouble.
Yes.
And then I know who to call.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, that's the problem. I know just enough to get myself in trouble, but I know people to call.
Just taking that fender off.
Something's about